Welcome everyone, my dear students. I am your Tharun sir. Today we are going to look at new topic, part of our discourses. And you know what? Today we are going to learn letter writing. Okay, so how many kinds of letters that we have here in our 10th standard? We have two kinds of letters, students. One is official letter and the other one is personal letter. What is the difference between personal letter and an official letter? Students, here we go. Personal letter is also called as informal letter, which we don't have certain logical and also certain rules that are really applied. So it looks like an official letter, but in what? Personal letter. But in personal letter, we don't need to follow all those rules or something like that. We don't have to mention. But even though a letter is maybe a formal or informal, our 10th standard students, for our subject and in our annual examination, it is worth of 10 marks. It is worth of 10 marks. Today, now, the first letter that you are going to learn is official letter, students. So let us say, what is really different from official and unofficial letter? Official letters are letters which we write to the officers, are governed by the public. In the sense, what am I saying is, official letters are the letters which we write to IAS officer or circle inspector, maybe municipal commissioner. These are all people, etc. These are all people who are government officials. And you know what? That these sort of letters comes under official category. And you know what? Unofficial, or maybe we call it as informal letters, which we do write for our parents, father, mother, brother, or a friend. You know what? The body of the letter, the heading, subscription, superscription, there are certain do's and don'ts that we have to follow, which really makes different from one another. Okay, so today I am going to explain you, my dear students, a letter. Being a resident of your colony, facing some issues related to your colony, we are going to write a letter to Municipal Commissioner. Okay, so let us read the question. You are the resident of a colony in which the roads are really in bad condition. You know what? Even the roads are well taken care sometimes due to the rainfall or maybe excess flow of vehicles. The road gets broken. Okay, broken. So let us see. So really in bad condition, no street lights. And you know what? There are no street lights. In the rainy season, most of the colony residents met with accidents. Most of them. As you know what happens obviously, if there are no street lights at night, how it would be for them to walk or maybe ride vehicles on the same road. There is a quite chances of getting accidents or committing accidents. Met with accidents and or afraid to go out, and they are really afraid. You know what? At night, the colony people, they don't want to go out due to not having street lights. And in the rainy season, the problem raises high because certainly what happens there in the rainy season, the water will be jam here and there, and the water flows and it develops into the pit. You know what? So accidents and afraid at night. Now what we have to do, write a letter to municipal commissioner to resolve the issue. So now, being the resident who really cares and bothers about our colony, we need to write a letter, students. So this kind of letter, as we are going to write to a government official, municipal commissioner, therefore the letter we do write falls under official category. So we are now going to learn official letter, students. So get ready, students. I'm going to wipe this question, which is worth 10 marks. Listen, students, whatever I'm going to teach now on the board, you guys have to assume as this is a page. This is a page wherein you are about to write the official letter. Okay? So now I'm going to draw this margin. This margin. You have to assume this as the border of your page. All right, students, look at me. Everything on the left hand side. Now I'm going to start here from. How I have written? From. I wanted to leave 1 or 2 lines of space here. X, 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 comma, C. I have not written any name of mine, neither my pet name or maybe my full name, because you all are going to write board examination, right? So it is really important that you shouldn't forget, don't write your name there, or your hall ticket or hall ticket number also must not be mentioned. Just write some XXX. Okay, now house number 220 by 1. Again, I wanted to write a comma here. Next, my colony name is Happy, and I'm writing Happy Colony here. So from XXX, house number, Happy Colony. Okay, Happy Colony. Next, I'm going to leave 1 or 2 lines of space here. Okay, next I'm going to put the date. Today's date I'm right. What is the date, right? So what is today's date? 5th December 2020. So this is really important, students. You don't forget. This is sender's address. Sender's address. Therefore, this has to be mentioned with from. Okay, I have written from, and this is how it matters. Next, I have left 2 lines of space, and then what I have written here, the date. And again, I sort of wanted to leave some 1 or 2 lines, and again, I do wanted to write to address. To whom we are going to write the letter? To whom we are going to write the letter? You know, my dear students, we are going to write to the municipal commissioner, right? The municipal to the municipal commissioner. And you know what? You have to write after naming the person's office name also you have to write. For example, let us say you want to write a letter to the principal, to the principal, and where is this principal belongs to? Some like Hallmark school, or ZPHS school, or maybe St. Paul's school. So therefore, we also have to mention here, where does this municipal commissioner represents? He represents, like if we wanted to write here, municipal corporation office, comma, Ramagundam municipality. This is the office and this is the location. What is this location and what is this location called? Ramagundam municipality. What we say? Ramagundam municipality. The municipal commissioner, municipal corporation office, Ramagundam municipality. Next, again you have to leave one line of space here, and you wanted to write sir. You wanted to write sir. Look at this, students. I'll read out for you. From, FROM, from. Next, XXXX, house number, and happy colony. What I have written, you know, happy colony, the name of my colony, that's all. You can also mention Godavari, but it's okay, because they know actually we all belongs to the same location. So I just have written here happy colony. Next, date, and after that to the municipal commissioner, municipal corporation office, Ramagundam municipality, sir. Students, what is this called according to the letter? According to the letter, technically, this is called as heading. This is the first part of the letter. What is this called? Heading. This is called heading. What is the part? First part of the letter. And don't forget, students, what all comes under this heading, you know? From address. Okay? From address and the date comes under the first part of the heading. Okay? I'm going to rub that. For your understanding, this has got some value, so therefore I have written. So students, this way of presenting here, like I have maintained certain line here, so that it looks definitely official, and it should get little. I feel like it has to be little prioritized, because the one who is going to read this letter is none other than municipal commissioner, sorry, not corporator, the municipal commissioner. So this is the way how we have to address a personality in a formal way, in a letter. So here it is sir. What is this? Sir. You should not write dear sir or dear madam. No. Okay, don't write. Since it is an official and he belongs to everyone, he represents this municipal corporation, there is no personal association with him. Whatever we write, the cause must be like publicized. Okay, so I have written only sir, no dear. He's not dear to us, right? We say like sir. I'm going to rub this. Again, whatever I'm going to start to write now next, after this, everything must be on the left hand side. Students, don't follow any other question bank or maybe something which really helps you out. This is a format which we have to follow for sure in your annual examination. Okay, so I have written what? Sir. I'm going to rub this. So please take the screenshot or something like that. Please take the screenshot, or maybe you can watch my link like YouTube, my video on YouTube. Okay, students. All right, let us say here we have written sir. Okay, so next, after sir, say subject. Subject is really important. This subject you may not be writing in a unofficial letter or informal letter that we write to our parents or something. We don't need to mention the subject, but technically the person who receives this thing, he gets an idea what is this all about. He might not have that time to get into that information, and also he can be able to prioritize whether this much lengthy letter I have to read. It happens, right? If we write the subject, oh, I understood that one of the colony residents has written this letter, so it must be related to some problems in that colony. So he will understand. Our colony roads are in bad condition. Okay, I have closed the bracket. Now, if you wanted to underline, you can underline student, which specifies the intention of the resident, and it also, when you underline the receiver of this letter understands us, it has got some prominence, it has got some importance. You understand? That is what it matters when we underline. So now, so what is this? What is this and subject? We refer technically. This is called as salutation. Salutation. This is second part of the letter. What is this? So salutation, and the subject comes under salutation. Okay, this is the second part of the official letter. First part is what? Heading. What is heading? Heading is the address of the sender. Okay. Now, actually, body of the content I'm gonna write, it has got some privilege. Students, you have to follow certain lines which really takes away the content immediately into the person who reads it. So now I'm going to write that here. I X, the resident happy colony excuse me students, okay, I, the resident of happy colony, I, XXX, the resident of happy colony would like to bring to your kind notice XXXX, that is my name, the resident of Happy Colony, would like to bring to your kind notice. Sometimes you know what? XXX resident at 80 at house number also you can write here at so and so 20-1-92, and then you can also mention your house number also. That would be so much relevant, that but it's okay, as we already mentioned there in the standard set form. You can also, it is good if you don't mention, that's fine, no problem. Okay, so the resident of Happy Colony would like to bring to your kind notice. We are going to bring the issues. Okay, what we are going to bring to your kind notice regarding issues prevailing in our colony. Okay, so actually we have started this letter by saying that we would like to bring to your kind notice regarding the issues prevailing in our colony. Okay. We have to admit that our colony roads are completely under repair. Most of the places develop into potholes. We have to admit that our colony roads are completely under repair. Most of the places developed into potholes. Potholes in the sense, what is that potholes means? Wherein the entire road has formed with some digs, pits. In Telugu we say, what do we say in Telugu? Londalu, Guntalu. Okay? So places developed into potholes. In rainy season, the water gets accumulated and makes the road impossible. I'm not saying here impossible, impassable, that we are really facing trouble passing on that road. That is what impassable, the word which really helps us to be a little meaningful and convenient. In rainy season, the water gets accumulated and makes road impossible for us. Impossible for us. There are lights. There are no street lights provided for us. Due to which see, listen. In rainy season, the water gets accumulated and makes road impossible for us. There are no street lights provided. There are no street lights provided for us. Due to which, what happens? With your permission, students, I'm going to rub this board. So please take a screenshot of this. Don't miss any of the lines. Okay, this is the body of the letter. So I am writing in a way wherein my application letter or maybe my complaint letter or maybe my official letter has to be on one side, single page. It would be really good. So I'm trying to close within this paragraph. So please try to understand the problem is straight away. I'm injecting the problem in the body of the letter straight away, that's all. There is no so much of agony written in this, right? Okay. Due to which we have been witnessing many accidents at night. People are really afraid of going out at night. So I have written this entire problem about the street lights and the roads. In addition to this, if sometimes the question arises about some not having some drinking water facility or maybe an issue like current availability. So these are also can be additionally mentioned when the question has asked in that way. You understood? In this question, we are very much relevant about the roads and the street lights. So I'm trying to close with those. But according to the question, you have to mold down the body of the letter. All right? Okay. Students, kindly take the screenshot of this. I want you guys to write this in your notes or maybe take a screenshot and later you can write. Okay? So I have finished this. I have finished my absolute issue narration. Yes? So now what I have to do? The closing line, right? The closing line is really important. So now the third part of the letter, which is body of the letter, which is really important. And you know what? It carries 5 marks. What it carries? It carries 5 marks. How the way we content, the content is started, and how well we disclose the lines straight away, elevating the problem or the issue that we have to mention. Yes, isn't it? So I have done, that is what 5 marks, only body of letter. That is the indicator, students. So while writing, make sure you write the finest lines. Don't do some excess quantity of lines, which is nowhere important for the letter. Which is relevant, you take down. Okay. Now, what am I going to write, Therefore, we request you to kindly, we request you to kindly look into the issue. Look, how am I writing? Therefore, we request you to kindly look into the issue. Look into the issue in the sense, this line says that kindly solve our problem. Okay? We request you to kindly look into the issue and solve our issues. Solve the issues as soon as possible. We would be grateful to you. We would be grateful to you. You understand what am I saying? So here, this letter, this line is disclosing line. Like this is the last end of the body of the letter, which really represents like the closure. So this is the fourth part of the body. Fourth part of the body, which says closing lines. We say that disclosure lines are closing lines. Okay. So this fourth part of the body also plays major role. Closure line has its own value, so it is an indicator. This is an indicator for marks. Now, on the left hand side, keywords. Faithfully, or you can also mention truly. Don't write both. You shouldn't use both faithfully or and truly. You have to use either of the two. Either of the two in the sense only one. Either you can take down faithfully or maybe truly. That's enough. Okay. So now here. Full stop. Okay. So this is called superscription, and the two address is there. No, this two address and this yours faithfully is called as superscription or address on the envelope. This is called superscription. Student, this is the fifth part of the official letter. You understand? So this is the actual way you have to write. First, we have written the heading of the letter. What is the heading of the letter? The address of the sender. All right. Next, second, what we have written? To address, which is called superscription. Okay. Next, salutation, and also the subject, which is called subscription or salutation. Okay. After that, body of the letter, which carries 5 marks out of 10. Body of the letter, it has to be started with some definite lines, as I told you. And next, closing letter, closing lines. Last, superscription. All right, students, this is how we have to write an official letter, which is on everything has to be holding on the left hand side. Okay. First, the address of the sender, the date, to address, and then salutation. No dear sir or no dear madam, only sir, which is a formal. Next, subject. After subject, I have started the body of the letter, which a reference letter. It start from the left hand side, and I followed a definite line sequence, right? One line after one line after one line. And you know what? Everything I have written on the left hand side. Here you have to use, and never do any apostrophe here. Yours, you should not use any apostrophe here. Most of the students do use that, but shouldn't. Okay. I hope you all really understood. Take the screenshot of this last lines of your official letter, students. Okay, thanks a lot for this wonderful opportunity, and let us go with some other minor discourses and major discourses in your next class. Bye, and this is me, Tharun sir. Whatever the doubts that you have, you can ping me through my WhatsApp, or maybe you can also watch my YouTube video after my class. The link is going to be provided to you, my dear students. Bye. Bye. See you.